Illinois schools can face hefty repercussions for not complying with Governor J.B. Pritzker's executive order that everyone, regardless of vaccination status, keep their faces covered in schools. But there's pushback on multiple fronts. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with more. Amanda.
Yeah, Brandis, just before most students return to their classrooms to start the new school year, Governor J.B. Pritzker issued that order. Students, staff, teachers, regardless of vaccination status, wear a face covering or else face consequences. Districts could be put on probation for 60 days, and then if they still didn't comply, they could lose state recognition, be stripped of state funding, essentially lose state accreditation. The Illinois High School Association also saying it would not allow schools on probation to participate in activities.
We don't want to punish our students in any way. They've already lost enough. They lost most of their seasons last year with athletics. And, you know, and the IHSA doesn't just cover sports. It's also, we got Scholar Bowl that's part of the IHSA, which is an academic team, as well as band music. That is also, so those that are in the arts are affected. So this was now going to be a punishment to our kids. And we didn't want any part of that.
The K through high school district where Matt Volman is superintendent is in the southeast corner of Illinois, a county away from Kentucky is how he describes it. Volman says the school board had voted to recommend but not require masks in July before the executive order. But after the governor's mandate, they got a warning from the State Board of Education, ISB, that they were being put on probation. Volman says then the board held an emergency board meeting and reluctantly voted to comply for the sake of students, he says, and also they couldn't afford not to.
We're a very rural community. We don't have a very high tax base, where other communities have more business and industry and a little bit less dependent upon state aid than we are. We're heavily dependent upon state aid.
Now, they may have changed course, but according to the latest state data, 4 public school districts in Illinois are on probation now. Parents in some suburban districts are pushing their school boards to do the same. Joe SEVERINO is a parent of 5 who last night attended a school board meeting for Lake Forest District 115. He says it got heated when the mask mandate came up. It's a mandate he wants lifted.
The masks are more of a detriment to these children and their interpersonal relationships and communication through school than not wearing them. So if you're going to do more harm with them, you have to err on the side of the child.
MCCLARY, also a parent of 5, and says that it should be a family's choice as well as up to the local school board.
Again, the dynamics of each community and the needs and the data differs substantially across the state if you look at it. And I really think that it should be up to we've elected these local officials to make these tough decisions, and they know that better than at the state level.
Today, ISB's authority to move to revoke a school's status and recognition came under fire from legislators who are members of a bipartisan commission charged with overseeing state agency rules.
Under what authority does ISB believe they have the ability to restrict funding to school districts that choose not to abide by the mask mandate? I would like to see the statute that grants ISB this authority. To the best of my knowledge, I don't believe that authority exists.
State Senator Don DeWitt says his questioning does not mean that he is anti-mask. He says he wears one to protect himself and others, but he says that it is a government overreach that's being with ISB enforcing this measure, especially with such hefty consequences for districts. Now, other lawmakers agreed, and in a 10-0 vote, that commission voted to require the State Board of Education to come back to the legislative panel and run new mask rules by them. Now, during that hearing, an attorney for ISB said she was unable to respond to certain questions, citing a pending lawsuit over that masking mandate, but then also said that the agency believes that ISB already has the authority now to not recognize schools because of an earlier court ruling. Now, this whole process, by the way, is different for Illinois' private schools. they don't get any probation period. If they don't comply with the executive order, ISB can quickly strip them of state recognition. Now, 9 private schools in Illinois are in that status, including some in Cook, DuPage, Kendall, and Kankakee counties. ISB did not respond to requests for comment. Brandis, back to you.